Oh, snap. Check out the countdown. Oh, snap. That means ropes is going down. Let's get it. February 27th, the world knew what the wrestling world is in store for. A talent that's flexing her way to big things in pro wrestling. AEW knew the awesome Brittnie Brooks is on the rise. She's live on Off the Top Rope this Monday afternoon, live at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk it up with your boy, Ty Asbury. Brittnie Brooks, yeah, she's flexing her way to just getting started. What?
Tyron Asbury. Yo. Yeah. I need y'all to listen to me right now as I take you on this journey. Podcast journey.
Oh yeah, what is up, everybody? It is Monday night, and you know what's going down. I'm your boy Ty Asbury, and Off the Top Rope. I'm gonna say this right now. The initials today on the show are BB, bringing bruises. You like the sound of that because one talent I know, she brings the bruises in wrestling, aka she is, of course, Arizona Wrestling Federation's top star. Brittnie Brooks is in the house. Brittnie, how you doing?
Hi, I'm so good. I look like an actual mess. I'm literally in a parking lot right now. It's been a day.
Well, Brittnie, the crazy thing about it is you're a professional wrestler. You go to school. You
I'm in my school parking lot right now.
This is the first. Like I said, everything happens on Off the Top Rope for a reason. But you know, Brittnie, I'll say this: I respect you a great deal because you're getting your education. You're being a pro wrestler, girl. You're living the dream. So I respect you. I mean, I really respect you for that because I mean, it's like, how crazy is it? Because you go to class, school class, but then you go to wrestling class. So how do you manage all that stuff?
Oh, it gets wild. So like today I accidentally like quadruple booked myself for like so many things. And I'm like, I don't even know how I'm going to get it all done. But honestly, like my phone calendar, I'd be throwing everything in the second and somebody tells me about something. So like I just try to get it done because I actually go to high school and college at the same time. So that gets a little wild. So basically I take classes at a community college, like, because it works with my high school. And so like in May, I'm graduating from the community college and from high school. So it gets wild. And then with wrestling practice, I make sure that I never have anything going on Monday, Wednesday at between 6 to 10 p.m. Like, I'm just like, no, I can't do it. And like with work too, like I make it so my availability isn't set that I can't work during those times too.
I'm just like, I can't shake my head because high school, college, wrestler, working, about to graduate. Girl, you doing, like I said, everybody watching around with Paul. That is crazy. Because I was going to ask you how you doing this afternoon. You pretty much answered my question. Busy as hell.
It's still morning here. It's only 10 a.m. So
yeah. Man, you know, but that's the cool thing. But you know what? This is your first time on Off the Top Rope. I want to ask you first and foremost, all your family, friends, they see what you're doing in wrestling. You're doing big things in wrestling. And what would they say, one word to describe about how you've gotten so great in wrestling? What would everybody who knows you put one word and to describe your rise in wrestling?
I suck at like the one word things because I always like over explain things. They would probably just say cool because I'm the only one like doing this like at school even today, like we came back from the weekend and like a lot of my friends follow me on like social media and stuff, and they were just like, oh my gosh, like how was Texas, how was your cage match? And I was like, I'm hurting, I have welts on my arm. I like at work yesterday I was wearing like a short sleeve shirt and they're like, what happened? I was like, I got hit with a kendo stick a couple times.
Well, yeah, because it's like working, and we'll talk about that here on the ropes. You had a busy weekend, 2 promotions for Friday and Saturday. God damn, like this is just like, man, like I said, the Energizer Bunny, or you're a freight train, anything you want to say Brittnie Brooks is, she is on a mission because she's doing the one thing most she wants to do, and that is wrestle. And everybody give a round of applause for that. Now, we talked about what your family, friends, one word to describe about you, of course, you being cool. Now, what's one thing I want to tell I want you to tell new fans that who don't know who you are, tell them why they should check out a Brittnie Brooks match, because they don't, they missing out.
Oh, you are so missing out because everything I do is like I don't even know how to explain it. Everything I do is like up and coming. Like I am the future, and you should check me out before I get too big. And then you're like, oh, there was a caption that I thought of that I put on an Instagram picture, and like I had 3 people be like, that makes no sense, and I was like, okay, but my thought was, it said something like, watch me now because you're not gonna want to be on the bandwagon later, because
Exactly.
literally I mean, yeah, I'm trying to get out there as much as possible. So like doing anything and everything. But yeah, that's like the goal right now. I just see
Yeah.
people walking by. I'm just sitting in my car at my school and they're like
Yeah.
looking at me like, what is she doing?
Well, you know, like I said, I mean, I'm sure they go by your car like, oh, it's Brittnie Brooks. You know, you're gonna be signing autographs because, like I said, you're pretty much at that point. Like you said, you want to get better and better. People know who you are, and like the thing about it is, you're still young, and Brittnie, the wrestling ceiling is still so sky high for you. Because, like you said it too, you want to get yourself out there. You got so many promotions out there, social media. You got email promoters, like when you think about that, do you think to yourself, man, wrestling is so cool today because you got all these things right at the tip of your fingers?
Yes. So my coach I was talking about this with my coach, and I was like, because I was asking him like how to get out there more. And he's like, dude, back in my day, we would literally ride with people and have a VHS tape of matches and have to show them that just for them to even consider us to be on a show. And he's like, now you literally have social media. You can post your stuff. You can reach out to companies. You can grow your brand. So that's like one of the things, like if I'm not in the ring, like literally I will sit on my computer and I will find things, people to reach out to, you know, like posts to make. Like I just actually got a graphic for booking. I had somebody make me a graphic so I can start posting that with like my email and all my social medias and stuff. I just got business cards that I'm just giving out at shows. I'm actually going to WrestleMania weekend, so I'm going to be at WrestleCon on Friday, and Thursday I'm at Lucha Wrestling Perdoso, and then Sunday I'm at Second Wrestling. So I'm just going to be giving out those like crazy, especially networking and doing all I can to like get me out there Mania weekend.
That's cool. You know, we got to call you. Like I said, I said in the opening of the show, I said, you know, your initials BB, but you should be BBBB because busy Brittnie Brooks should be because you're busy as can be. And you know, that's a good thing. You're going to WrestleMania weekend, which is crazy. This weekend, you got your business cards. You never know who's going to be there. That's the way to do it.
Yes, sir.
That's just the way to do it. Like I said, I got goosebumps thinking about your success. So, like I said before, anybody watching this Monday afternoon here on Off the Top Rope on this Monday, March 27th. Like I said, if you got a comment, want to ask Brittnie Brooks a question, and promoters, hey, if you watching the show, hey, throw it in the comment box, book her, because she is the talent for the future in wrestling. Now, Brittnie, I watch social media. I watch what you've been doing. Very proud of what you're doing. And I call this Twitter take here on Off the Top Rope. So I'm going to roll this clip for you now.
Hey,
I gotta say this now. You know, if this happens, it's gonna be badass. Now, of course, your Twitter Brittnie Brooks. Now, you got the kendo stick. You know, you said turn to pink. Is this going to be like a thing that you may go with? You know, have a kendo stick and paint it pink to beat people up with.
I mean, we rhinestoned it and we painted it pink, and now it's just a thing. I mean, if I have any other like matches where I need weapons, that thing might be coming to great use. Because I know it was very great use in that steel cage on Saturday.
Now, Arizona is big with wrestling. I mean, because like, you know, you got, of course, Arizona Wrestling Federation, which you're doing great things at. How, from a standpoint, how big is the Arizona wrestling scene? Because every state has their way of how they present wrestling. How is it from what you see from your eyes? Because you're busy, I'm sure, around the Arizona area.
From my eyes, it's pretty busy. It's pretty big. I mean, the show turnout like this past Saturday was insane. Like we had a lot of people, and what I like too is like shows are always at like breweries and stuff, which I love the breweries that we wrestle at. They're so much fun. So normally we're at Phoenix Beer Co. That is a great venue. And then this past Saturday we were at Taproom 120, which was the coolest place I think I've ever been in my life. They had they had like arcade games there, and I was like, this is so cool. Like, if I wasn't wrestling, I would be playing these games. And like their whole theme is like they had wrestling on all their TVs, like different channels and stuff. But yeah, so like wrestling is big, especially like in terms of like venues and stuff. I typically only wrestle like once a month in Arizona though, because I travel a lot, and I recently have started traveling a lot, and I want to get out there as much as possible. But yeah, and just going to like the shows is like wrestling seems pretty big, and we're trying to get it as big as possible. Like, we want people to know. I literally have flyers in my car, so we can start putting them out for the next.
Yeah, throw them up. Yeah, promote.
Yes.
Throw it up.
So this is May 27th. Fun fact: it's a Rumble, and I actually graduate this day, so I will be walking the graduation stage from my high school, and then going and wrestling on the show. But then this is our next show. It's at Semple Brewery. If you follow my Instagram, you can find the address and all that stuff. Semple Machine Brewing Company. And that is the poster for the show. Arizona Wrestling Federation.
Like I said, I've done so many episodes of Off the Top Rope. I've never seen where a guest has the flyers in their car and boom, put it on the screen. So
and I'm in my car. Like,
yeah,
I feel so bad because like I don't have makeup on. I'm literally wearing a hoodie, but wrestling over everything. Go check them out. But no, like I feel so bad. I felt really underprepared, and then I was like, I set it for 10 o'clock, and that's literally right when I get out of school. So I need to like make sure that I have my stuff, and I was not prepared, and I feel so bad.
The fact that you have your flyers on hand with you, business cards to promote yourself here on the ropes in your car, like that's badass. And like I said, I could tell your fans know that you're ready. And like you said, at the top of the show. And yeah, there we go. Look at it too. Look at it. Boom. Like I said, I can see it from here. Like she got her Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff as well. So, but like I said, Brittnie, you're doing big, wonderful things as well. Now, the thing about it is wrestling, things happen differently for people in wrestling, whether promotion you go to, who you face. You are still doing this at just like 18 years of age. And like I said, you still got so much ahead of you. Now, how's it been for you in the business being just 18 years of age?
It's been wild. So at first it was a challenge because a lot of companies, so I turned 18 in September. So, but I have been wrestling since, like on shows since I was 16, but a lot of companies wouldn't allow. And I totally understand it because of like the minor clause and everything. And like my parents would come to me to every show and we signed waivers and stuff. But, it was a challenge at first because I was so young. And that's like why now I'm like, okay, well, I'm 18. I have no more excuses for not getting myself everywhere. So now that's where I'm like trying to just go everywhere because now I'm finally like old enough to like go places and do things, so and do them on my own too. But yeah, so for a while it was a challenge, but it's honestly been the best thing, and I feel like it helps so much that I'm so young because everybody has been so nice and giving me advice. Like I have literally learned so much in the past like 3 months since I returned. Like literally I returned in December, and since like January, February, and March I've been trying to wrestle everywhere. I've been meeting so many people, and just getting to talk to people and them helping me out because I am so young. Like it is so helpful, and I've taken so much great advice recently that I'm like, oh my god, like I'm surprised that people even take the time to like tell me things. I'm like, I appreciate it so much.
Well, I think it's a matter of, I think it seems like in wrestling when people see how hard you work and they see like they have it, I think they see that they want to help you. I mean, there may be times where as a promoter, or they're just like here to be, just I'm here, but they see like how hungry you are. I think they really see that, you're going for your education, and I'm sure your teachers have probably told you, and from wrestling school have told you, Brittnie, keep that education. Like
yeah. After high school though, like I'll have my associate's degree, and I was considering actually going to college, but I decided I didn't want to because I want wrestling so bad, and like I will obviously have backup plans and stuff, but like I want to go all in and I want to make this my life, and I have like backup plans and backup jobs and stuff, but like I don't want to do anything that will stunt me as a wrestler. So like I was gonna go to university, but then I started looking at the workload, and it is really hard. So I really applaud everybody who like does go to college and wrestle, but like right now this is already so much to take on, and like I feel like I'm like part of me growing is like getting stunted a little bit because of school, and like my grades are up and everything, but I do want to like focus on wrestling as much as possible. So that's kind of like how I'm doing right now. Like I'll have my associates and I can always go back if I want to, like, and I'll have that degree already. So
Yeah, that's like a really your story should be like bright as day for aspiring wrestlers. Like this is how you should do it. Definitely get education, work hard. Like your story, I think, is going to really show the young Brittnie Brooks of tomorrow. I think that's what it's all about. And you're paving the way how to do it the right way for wrestlers, of tomorrow. Because believe it or not, I'm sure they're gonna be looking up to you. When they look up at you, seeing you doing your thing. So like Brittnie Brooks is saying, education first, and then you'll find your way.
yeah.
Now, I'm sure you've had some crazy matches. You say you recently had a steel cage match. I know you working on getting a lot of moves under your belt. Now, has there been a recent time where there was a move you wanted to try? You're like, damn, should I do it? I'm gonna do it anyway, and it worked out perfectly. Has that happened maybe like a year ago, just recently, and you keep looking back at that match? You're like, damn, I actually did that.
Ooh, that is a good question. A lot of the times I am like super unsure with myself, and it's really bad because like that's one of the things that I'm growing a lot is confidence. So like I'll try a lot of stuff in practice first just to make sure it works because I'm not very athletic. Like I can't jump very high at all. And in practice that really shows. But whenever I go to shows, I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I know that I can do well. So but recently I am making a new finisher, but I have not hit it in a show yet, but I have been working on it a lot in practice. But there was okay, this was a while ago, but I was wrestling Paradox, and this was like literally like 2 years ago, I think. I did a Frankensteiner, which like I'm still so shocked that I could
Yeah.
do. But yeah, so I did a reverse Frankensteiner, and that was wild. But like even just like the fact of doing a steel cage match, that I was so scared about it because I'm like I don't want to get really hurt. And I'm like, I just came back from injury. Like the steel is unforgiving. Like they are not lying about that. But just doing that match in general was like super scary. But like I did it. I pulled it off. We did it. So
I bet like when you did the Freakensteiner, I'm sure everybody in the back, your parents, that's like the movie you do. Like people are like, holy shit, like when that comes out of nowhere. So like
yeah.
that's really cool. But you were like, well, I'm scared to do it, but you went out and did it. I really think when you go out and you perfect like a move, I think it's some of the fans that they just drive that juice in you where you're
Yeah.
like, just do it and just see I don't know. Some about the fans, like they drink the juice that you're selling or whatever, and I don't know. It's just something with the fans. And actually, we've talked about all program long, Brittnie, about you self-promoting in your car with the business cards. And actually, a fan did bring this up. Good self-promotion from we got Cody Ryan, who actually said that. I believe looks like he's a wrestler too, so he wanted to give you a shout out on that. So yeah, everybody's loving the cards, good cards from the car here on Off the Top Rope now. And you talked about one thing, and I applaud you for that. Is I'm gonna show this clip. I was like, I think she'll appreciate it. It really made me like give you a round of applause for this as well. Now I called it, Brittnie, you go girl on YouTube. Now you talked about your injury. You actually ruptured your ACL. This is back in 2022, and but this is against Anime, one of your return matches, and you're fighting to get back. How can words even explain how hard that was? Because ACL is a really big deal. It's happening a lot in wrestling, and like I said, you go girl, and you never look back, and you're back. But that must have been so freaking like crazy.
Yeah, I look back at my camera roll. So like I got surgery in May of last year and I tore it literally this time last year. So like just the second like the calendar turned to March, like I don't remember the exact day I tore it because I didn't know it was torn at first. But the exact day that I tore it, I don't really remember, but like the second the calendar turned March, I got like scared. And I'm like, I understand that any injury could happen at any time, but it's just like this stigma around this month of last year. And I'm just like, it makes me like all scared again. But I got surgery in May, and the recovery for that was honestly the hardest thing I did in my life. And like, I understand a lot of people get injuries, but I've never been hospitalized. I've never even like broken, torn, sprained anything in my life until this. And so I got the surgery in May. In like June and July, I was literally bedridden. Like it was like a really rough time. Like I really struggled with like, oh my God, Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Kelly. But yeah, so I really, really struggled, and I just kept pushing myself every day. Like I would just sit in my bed and watch wrestling. Like watching wrestling made me sad because I was like, I want to do this. Like,
Yeah, because you can't be there. Yeah.
especially like AEW Dark, because I saw my friends getting on it and I was like, oh my God, like I want this so bad. So like that was my biggest goal. Like I literally have a vision board on my wallpaper on my computer, and it says get booked on AEW Dark. And like we could talk about that later, but like that was
We'll
like
talk about that,
insane. But
And
yeah,
like I would think like when you're hurt, you will watch wrestling to motivate you, but you said it was hard to watch. And you know, looking at that, your point is valid because you like I should be in there, but and like you said too, it's hard to watch because this is what you do day in and day out, being a wrestler. But you know, I always believe you turn that paper for yesterday, and now we're here and today. And like I said, first I want to wish you just keep healthy and keep doing what you're doing because like being a pro wrestler, I'm sure you would say tomorrow's not guaranteed, and it's like I guess have fun in wrestling as much as you can.
yeah, so much was put into perspective. I was telling my coach about it because he was like, because I was like, I really like, I needed his support because like I felt like super alone for a while, and like I would always just like vent to him, and he was just like, this goes to show you that like tomorrow's not guaranteed. So like whenever you come back, like make it light a fire up your butt, like do everything that you want to do with this, because he's like, there is no saying like how long you'll be here, how long you'll be in the spotlight. I mean, you could get injured again tomorrow, so live in the moment and do everything you want, do everything you can, but also stay safe. He was like, that's like the biggest thing, because I literally tore it in practice from practicing a move, and it was like a super simple move that I've done so many times. And then I wrestled the match, and like it did not help, and I realized, okay, there's something really wrong with my knee. Like she was targeting my knee because she knew that I was hurting.
Yeah.
And like that was like, I was like, oh shoot, like there is something wrong, because normally like you get punched in the knee a few times and it hurts, but like it'll go away after a few days. But no, it was not going away. So I
It's
was like,
crazy.
okay, there's something seriously wrong.
It's crazy because you said you of course you hurt yourself in practice, then you wrestled, but you said like you still wrestling like still day like it usually is for you. But I think it's something about that adrenaline, like you don't care, but then once you start wrestling, you're like, oh yeah, something ain't right. But it's just I think it's just a matter of just how for a wrestler your body's built. But then it's just like once you turn that machine off, reality kind of I guess you say sets in where you're injured. But yeah, it's just like, hey, much respects to you for coming this long way, and being on AEW Dark. And which, speaking of AEW Dark, I got a clip for you. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about a couple promotions that you know pretty well. Like I said, we're gonna call Let's Fly Around the Ring, and of course I'm gonna say from a teaching experience, comes big in pro wrestling. Now the question is, what did or still do, these companies, how they've helped you, AEW, AWF Academy, Pro Wrestling Legacy, of course, where a lot about Arizona Wrestling Federation. Like, what did they all teach you? Because that's a big deal for all these places for you to be on.
So yeah, AWF is my home. Like I have literally been wrestling on it since I debuted. They're amazing. The academy is our training school, so I've obviously learned so much from that. Like, and my coach Lawrence Tyler, he's incredible. But we like Pro Wrestling Legacy. I made my debut on Friday, so that was really fun. I literally loved the show. it made me so happy because there was so many little girls in the crowd, and like it just like it meant so much to me because like the little girls are literally what inspires me and what motivates me. So like seeing and like getting to wrestle in front of them made me so happy. And then obviously AEW was the most fun experience I've ever had in my life.
That's what you wanted. That's you
it was what I wanted so bad. And like I was so scared to perform in front of so many people. Like that was wild. And the fact that I was even like, I guess, good enough to be on this, that was like wild to me. But no, like it was the best experience of my life. And I really, really hope to go back. Like I really want to go back.
That's right. Like I said, AEW future, like I said, boom. And I've said this before to a lot of guests who've wrestled for AEW. I give Tony Khan a lot of respect, but because he gives a lot of people chances. I know he helped a lot of people out during the pandemic, but I mean, he saw something in you to say, "Hey, let's get Brittnie Brooks, on AEW Dark, and let's show the world what she can do." And I'm pretty sure you and AEW, it ain't over yet. So, and you got to promise to all of us, it ain't done yet. You and AEW.
Oh, it ain't not done yet. It will not be done.
And of course, they love you, Brittnie. They love you. I mean, we got everybody throwing comments to you and everything. So everybody's sending out stuff to you. So now, of course, one thing about you wrestling for all of these wonderful promotions. Now, if you had to look forward for your 2023, what's one promotion that you're like, they could use a Brittnie Brooks? I mean, you got New Japan, NWA. I mean, what's one promotion that you got the fork and knife? Like, I got to get there.
Oh my God, there's actually so many. Reality of Wrestling in Texas, Booker T's. I definitely want to work there. FSW in Vegas, Future Stars of Wrestling, definitely. Obviously AEW again, that would be dope. I want to do the Zack Ryder and oh my gosh, I can't even think right now. I think it's Major League Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
No. Or wait. Yeah. I don't it's Matt Cardona and that company. I feel so bad because I was just looking on Instagram and I've been following them forever and I was just like, I really want to work there super bad. New York. I really want to go to New York. But yeah, just anywhere and everywhere. I want to go back to Rocky Mountain Pro. That was amazing. In Colorado. But literally anywhere and everywhere. I'm trying to do Brittnie worldwide over here. So
you got to start that as your hashtag, Brittnie worldwide. So
worldwide.
Well, here's some places that I know Shine Wrestling's coming back. I think SH and I think Shine Wrestling, they're real big. I think they're all women's wrestling based. I think Shine Wrestling, but the one I think they got to bring Brittnie Brooks in. I'm telling you, Mission Pro Wrestling, the one Thunder Rosa wrestles. There's
been talks. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. Like I said, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for that. But definitely, Brittnie Brooks teamed up with Thunder Rosa's Mission Pro Wrestling. That definitely would be a must see for all wrestling fans. Now, Brittnie, this is your first time off the top rope, and this is the funnest part of the show. You're going to like this segment, but I'm going to try to stump you on this. Are you ready for this one?
I'm so ready.
Here we go. We're going to see what we can do with this one.
Damn, Ty. That's good.
Here we go. The question is, of course, now, in this situation, what would Brittnie Brooks say? Now, of course, we know you have some experience with AEW. Now, suppose you're wrestling at their biggest pay-per-view, of course, Double or Nothing, which happens in May. Now, pick somebody from AEW. Who would you wrestle against? And on the show right now, do a brief promo about you would say to them before you wrestle them.
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at promos. Promos need the most work in terms of wrestling. My promos need the most work. But I would probably say Marina Shafir because she kicked me really hard and I still feel it. So we have some beef. Like Marina Shafir, I don't know, man. You mean Double or Nothing.
Yeah, like I said, that's good enough. You know what? Like I said, like since you're working hard in school and everything, I'm gonna give you an A+ for that, like because you got so much going on. So I gotta give you all the pass for that. But Marina Shafir and including yourself, Brittany, y'all both that'd be a badass match because you and her just 1-on-1.
Yes,
I think you and her in a steel cage match would be good. So
bro, I haven't recovered from the first one, but no, for sure. It's double or nothing. Go big or go home.
Double nothing. It's either you beat Brittany Brooks or nothing. So pretty much, I just made that up. But like I said, you definitely get an A+ for the segment I just put your way. Now, Brittany, like I said, before we roll out of here on Off the Top Rope, I want you, and I made this graphic for you. Like I said, you got the business cards, everything, but I made this for you. Slam and promote all your stuff. This is your time to shine. What do you got come up next? April 21st. You got a big thing coming up. Brittany, it's all yours. What's coming up next for you?
Oh my goodness. So I have a show literally every single weekend. So this week I will be at WrestleMania weekend. So on Thursday I will be at Lucha Wrestling Perdoso. I don't know how to say it. I have a really bad accent. And I will be there. And then Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. I will be at WrestleCon. So come by and see me. I will have shirts. I will have bracelets, autographs, pictures, everything. WrestleCon. And then Sunday I will be at Second Wrestling at Mitzvah Mania. And then after that, next weekend I am going to Houston for the first ever. I will be at that show in Houston, Texas, April 8th. And then April 15th I will be at Dive Wrestling in Utah. April 16th I will be at venue, it's in California. And then what's the next weekend? April 21st, I will be back in Arizona for AWF. April 21st, I will be in California for the ROW, Lucha. And then the 22nd, I'm back in Arizona for AWF. Ooh. And then after that is my prom. So I'm taking, that weekend to go to prom and be a normal high schooler. And then the weekend after that is May. And I am in talks with a couple different companies for that weekend. So once we find out, follow me on Instagram because once we find out, I will post. So for sure.
Girl, like I said, that is so much, like I said, to take in, but it's a good taking in because you're doing so much in wrestling, Brittany. Like I said, you got a busy WrestleMania weekend. You got so much coming up, but the most important thing is that, like I said, you live in day by day. Everybody here on Off the Top Rope, we are proud of you and keep doing what you're doing. I'm saying this to everybody watching this show live right now. Brittany Brooks is the future, and when she comes to your promotion, it's BB. She's bringing the bruises. And Brittany, Brittany, the last question of all, from 1 to 10, would you ever come back on Off the Top Rope again?
Oh, for sure. Like 25. I'll give you 1,000. For sure. Thank you so much for having me.
It was definitely a great episode. And like I said, first I want to say is that I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay healthy. Be safe. God bless you. And God sees you doing good things. And hey, keep making everybody proud.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for giving me the platform.
No problem. Like I said, hey, your home is always Off the Top Rope. Everybody, Brittany Brooks, give her a round of applause, like I said, because, like I said, she is the pink rolling machine. As we know her, watch out for her on so many promotions and follow her on social media to see who she's beating up next. I'm your boy, Ty Asbury. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday afternoon. As always say, love yourselves and love God. Brittany, hey, have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Peace out, everybody.
The Ropes Media.